technical difficulties and the slight delay because we're waiting on our special guest, the author of Wisdom Nuggets. But before we get into that, let you know that this is the It's a Wrap podcast with Reggie and Sam. Reggie, my brother from another mother. How's it going, sir?
Oh, fantastic, Brother Sam. What about yourself?
Mine is good on this end. All good on this end. Had a really fabulous week. And like I said, I'm really excited about this. After the last show we had, we got a lot of comments. Hopefully we can get that same kind of response today. But again, with our in-studio guest, she's actually in the studio this time. We're not traveling. We're not there. We are at home. And we welcome Miss Dabriah Brown, author of Wisdom Nuggets. Welcome, Miss Brown.
Hi.
That's what I'm talking about. I told you we had a fake audience, but okay. So we had to use it this time. But anyway, we do appreciate you coming in, the difficulties that you went through to get here. Appreciate you being here. So how was your week, by the way?
It was a week.
Week?
It was a week. Yep, it was.
Should I elaborate?
It's been an eventful week.
Okay, that's
some of it I can elaborate on our conversation today.
Okay,
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, well that's fair enough. And like I said, this is the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. We are broadcasting live from a little rowboat headed toward China. Again, that's not true. But anyway, like I say, as I always say at the beginning of the show, we're here to inform and entertain. And this is a subject that got a lot of traction from the last time. So I thought it would be only fitting that if we did go ahead and do a part 2. Reggie, you had some fans. You disenfranchised some people. Again, that's what we're here for. But and Dabriah, same thing with you. You not out there, you made some people mad too. But anyway,
I did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Let's talk about it. I want to hear about it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this. Reggie, I think, and I went back and looked at it like more than a couple of times because I thought it was one of I can almost say this is one of our top 2 shows, Reggie. I thought when I go back and look, we've been doing this for almost 3 years. That show, I think we're up to almost 300 views right now. We're up to, and that's phenomenal when you consider the platform that we're on. But one of the problems that they had with you, Reg, was that again we talked about it, and I guess it's a matter of perspective that you objectify women. The only thing that's valued to a woman is playing the piano. That's what we called it last week, so that's what we're going to call it.
That's not fair, though. That's not fair to Reggie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm just saying.
I'm not saying I agree completely with everything Reggie says. However, we can't throw him under the bus.
Miss Angel Pope, thank you for watching. Can somebody wave back at Miss Angel Pope? Not okay.
We can't reach it.
We can't reach it. I know. I got a remote for that. I don't know why I didn't use it. But anyway, thank you. Call someone and absolutely share. But and Dabriah.
Hey, everybody else that I can't see. I think that's my cousin. I see your face. I don't see the names yet. They haven't popped up yet. Hey, y'all. All 6 of y'all right now.
Okay. But and Dabriah, you kind of took Reggie's side on some stuff, and some women thought that was wrong. And some women thought that was wrong. But anyway, we're going to get back into it. I posted a poll question earlier.
I need to know what's wrong. Let's jump into that because what did I agree with that was wrong?
Okay, well you said because of Reggie's honesty, it made it okay for him to say some of the things that he was saying.
I didn't say it made
it's perspective. That's what they said. I didn't say that. Okay. I just listened. I said,
honesty is refreshing. At least you know up front what you're dealing with. But am I jumping ahead of us?
No, you're not. No,
okay. Well, honesty is refreshing. It's nice to know. See, the problem that I encounter, and a lot of women encounter, is that we don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all want half the time. And then you approach us, and then it's a problem when we ask, what are you looking for? Well, I don't know. Let's just let it flow and da-da-da. But you're expecting piano playing. You're expecting some of the other things Reggie named. But you being the water is real murky. You're not.
It sounds like you're saying being very vague. When someone says, exactly. I don't know where it's going to go, but you have an idea in your head where you want to go.
Let's just go with the flow. That's a real popular one.
But isn't that a lie?
But no. It's not. However, you already know in your mind what you want.
Well, I don't know if so why would you say, let's just see where it goes if you already have
No, I'm saying that's what men are saying. They're saying, let's see where it goes. And then you have a class of men like Reggie that are saying, look, this is what I want. Let's cut out all the wasted time. If it's not going to lead to that, let's not waste each other's time. I said that's refreshing. It is. Okay. At least I know and I can make my choice.
And here's the thing with that. Hey, sister, appreciate you watching. Tell me to get on here and wave at me too.
Hey,
but here's the thing that I don't
Hey, Quintez.
The only thing I don't know what I'm saying I disagree with what you just said.
Sarah.
But what I'm saying is, you just said men. Women do the same thing.
I didn't say we didn't.
But I know what you just said. Men always do this. That's my point.
Okay.
And I said this. What I don't understand. Here's what gets me sometimes when people say men do this, men do that. Mm-hmm. Women do it too. So why can't you just say people?
Well, I'm speaking more closer to the perspective. Truth. You speaking from your perspective.
No, when I say people, what perspective is that?
So what are you saying that women do? We come in not saying what we want. What are you?
Yeah, because women do the same thing. They say
Give me an
they will come with
when it's happened to you.
It's not. I didn't say it happened to me.
Okay.
But it did happen to me. So they'll say they want this, but in turn they'll say, well, let's just see where it goes. But then they're leading it to somewhere that they already had it wanting it to go. You see what I'm saying? If you date somebody, you're not in a relationship with them. You're dating, just trying to get to know each other better. And then you say, at what point do you say, let's take this relation, let's go be in a relationship? Because people don't understand that there is a process from dating to relationship. A lot of people think just because we went on a date, we want a relationship. That's not for me. It's not true.
I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up too, because that is the common misperception. That just because you go on a couple dates and now y'all are an item. So I think maybe that's what people need to work on, clarifying. If we're going on dates, we're just that. We're just dating. We're not a relationship. We're not an item. We're not a thing. And then what boundaries do you put in place when you're dating so that nobody crosses that boundary and thinks that you're more than what you are? Because a problem that a lot of women have is, y'all don't shoot me, but sometimes we too loyal. Let me explain what I mean.
A lot of things women. It's people. Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm speaking from the woman's perspective, what I've observed. Okay, man,
so we're talking to a guy and we like him and we think we know where it's going. We know we want it to go. Like you said, we have in our mind we want it to go, even though we said. So we're just focusing on that one thing. And a lot of times not all the time, Sam, men have a tendency, they date and they plan the field. They exercising their options. And women will be too quick to narrow their option down to the one instead of doing the same thing, having the fun, getting to know this one and that one and seeing where this is going. And then, so we're focused on that one thing, so we're just kind of expecting the other person instead of saying or clarifying, hey, what are we doing? Because y'all hate the what are we doing question, because now you gotta try to narrow it down. I notice men don't want to be put in the boxes like I want to be able to do what I want to do over here, but women, we make the mistake of not doing that. We don't look at all the options. I like him and I like this vibe. I'm just going to be, loyal to this right now. And let's see where this is going. And then when you find out that he is exercising his options and he's talking to multiple people, now you're kind of crushed. But nobody ever said up front that this is not what we're doing.
Well, that sounds like a communication issue. Carlita told me to let you talk, so I'm letting her talk. She said I was over talking to you, so I'm letting you talk. Thanks, Scooter, for watching. Appreciate you. But Reggie, what do you think about that? Because that sounds like it's a communication issue.
It is,
but it sounds like it.
But it's common.
No, for me, it sounds like it was flawed from the beginning because you said or they said, let's just see where it goes. But if you you already knew where you wanted it to go, why would you say, well, let's just see where it goes?
That's my question too. That's what I was asking. People are saying,
from the beginning.
When you ask, that dreaded "what are we doing" or "what are we" question from women, from my perspective, because some women they do ask because they trying to jump too fast. But from my female perspective, if I ask that, it's so I know what type of attention to give this situation. Are we seriously pursuing something? Are we just having fun? Are we just going with the flow, seeing where it's going? I'm trying to establish that so, in street terms, you know what this is up front. You knew what it was. Don't be trying to get all connected. You knew what this was. I'm trying to get that established up front. However, some males are intimidated when you ask because now they feel like, oh my gosh, she's pressuring me into being something or trying to pin something down or say that or commit to a certain outcome or this. And with me, that's not my intention. Now, some women maybe. But I'm just trying to figure out what we doing so I know where we going. Like, I ain't no ride or die. I got questions. What street we turning at? Where we going? How long we going to be gone? Because I need to know what time I'm coming back.
But when you say that up front, upon meeting him after, say, date 2,
date too. I mean, that means you had a date one and you liked him. It's not an inappropriate conversation.
So after the second date is not an inappropriate date. What are we doing here?
I don't think so. Like,
Does
I mean,
it matter what age you are? Because there are different parameters. I feel like when you're in an advanced stage, say I'm 59.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know the time issue thing is an issue with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to waste my time because I
don't
respect
either.
people's time, and I don't want them wasting mine. What I'm saying is, say if you're 20 or 30, can you say, well, we're gonna date for 3 or 4 months to see where it goes, as opposed to like if I would start dating again, I think it would be some phone conversations, some meetings here and talking at a coffee shop or something like that, and then we'll decide. Then we will have that conversation before we even start quote unquote dating. I mean, it's.
Well, this is a hard one, Sam, only because the whole scene is different now, and I what I'm coming to find out through you guys and other people, everybody is having similar issues. I don't think it's relegated to just age now. I think that we just live in a time where people are so quick to just listen. Somebody reached out to get to know me. Day one, you sending naked photos. What? Like, I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? We live in a time like that, so people are jumping into stuff. So you have people like you and I who may be a little slower, maybe a little more old school when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wait, what are we doing? Why do we just go from 0 to 80? The speed limit 40. What you doing? It's like, I don't even know you like that, or I want to get to know you. So that's where the communication comes into play, because it's no one size fits all. It's gonna be different per set of people. It's going to be whatever's comfortable for those people involved. Because you can say 1-2 dates a couple months down the road, that might not work for Reggie or somebody else or what. I think that's why it's so important to communicate up front, so y'all can be on the same page and y'all know what it is y'all are doing.
So I guess
Reggie, you too quiet.
McGoddard pointed out last time talking about the busted open contract. Is that what you said?
Oh my God, is he on? I don't think he's on here.
I hope he's on.
I don't think he's on here today, but I'll tell you.
What I'm doing is I'm listening. I'm not objectifying women. Women objectify men. We all objectify each other. There are things that a woman expects from you as a man. Period. I'm not waiting 2 months, 4 months, 2 weeks. Second conversation. What's up? Here's where we are. And I'm talking about, it works for me.
Have you always been that way?
I've always been that way.
Because of
I've always
age?
been that way.
Okay.
The age.
Hey, Angie, how's it going?
The
Appreciate
age
you
has
watching.
nothing to
Angie
do
Kelly,
with
thanks for
it.
watching.
I'm just saying, I don't want to waste a lot of time.
So
Time, money,
that's why I
effort.
say it. Maybe
I don't even want to put a whole lot of effort into it. Real quick, I'll give you a situation. Young woman says, hey, I want this, and this. This was this week. I said, oh, okay. Sounds good. Then I say, well, this is what I want. She says, yeah, we can get to that, but let's see what kind of vibe we have together. And I said, hold on. You didn't ask what kind of vibe we could have before you wanted all those things you told me about. You never talked about vibe. So, being that we never talked about vibe when you listed all the things you wanted to do, let's not talk about vibe about what I want to do. Because I only asked about one thing. That's all I asked about. One thing.
Don't do Reggie. Don't do it.
You told me 15 things that you wanted.
Now, is that not what I said? You knew what it was up front because I told you, and then here you come with all this. So if that's what you want, then that's what I'm gonna have to get in return. That's refreshing because she has in that moment she has the option to be like, okay, I can do that, or no.
And all you got to do,
nobody time
all you got to do is say, no, that's not me, and I'm cool with that.
Hey,
all you have to
I
do.
appreciate you watching. Get in on this if you want to. What's the comment we got?
Oh, hey, Unc. My uncle says, from a man's point of view, I'm not going to accept a woman that approaches me saying she's looking for marriage or she's looking for a serious relationship right off the bat. I respect what she's looking for, but it's not acceptable to me or it's too much pressure. See, that's what I was saying.
Okay, how old's your uncle?
He's in his 50s.
See, okay, so he's about
But
our age.
however, I get what he's saying because some women do come off right off the bat. Well, I'm looking for my husband. Ma'am,
No,
we don't know nothing about you.
That
yet.
is another form of, I don't want to do nothing right now. Let's see how this going to work. Bump that. Let's do something now and see what's going to work.
Reggie, you get no time?
No.
What you get, like a
No,
hot
I ain't
2
got
minutes?
time.
Hey,
I give
how
you
you
2
doing?
days.
Let's go play the piano.
2 phone calls. Tell me
2
what
days.
you're about.
But see,
we ain't got to get in the
but
thing.
2 or 3 days, you can kind of tell
No,
if it's
2 or
somebody
3
you want to
phone
be involved
calls
with.
before
No
I even
dates.
before I even go to a coffee shop.
So you're not even taking her on a date.
You know what you're dealing with over the phone. You don't need to meet me to spend my money to see what you got.
What are you saying on the phone though? What?
I'm saying what it is. Here's where we are. You're telling me. I'm saying, what would you like? How would you like it? Well, I like traveling. I like cocktails, hanging out, going out to dinner, doing this, doing that. Okay, I got that. So what do you like? Hey, I like playing the piano. Really, that's my thing. All this stuff I can get. I'll take care of the federal. You take care of the state.
Oh.
I'm not asking you to do a whole lot. I got the feds.
That's a new way to put it.
If you say, well, I'll take you out to dinner sometime. Yeah, okay. But most of the time, I'm taking you out to dinner. Most of the time, I'm handling it. It's okay. Most of the time, I'm putting gas in your car. I got you. I'm not going to say, hey, baby, put some gas in my car. I'm just saying there's certain things. Folks, I'm just going to put it like, I'm just telling you what it is.
Go ahead.
That's my thing. You don't want it,
That's
man
fine.
or woman. It's okay.
That's you know. Yes,
You roll this way. You roll this way. Here's my thing. And guess what? Some leave,
Some stay.
and some come back. Oh, and I like to say, from the last
Some come
show,
back.
I got some comeback,
Some
positive, and I appreciate it.
And why did they come back? You think?
Hey, they said, hey, that's him. That's who he is.
Rich said, I'm him.
I had one sister say, that's true. Because when I was fooling with you, I never put my hand in my pocketbook.
Okay, let me speak to that piece of it. Okay, this is where we get that difference with y'all's age group of mine. I'm not that far behind y'all. I just turned 41.
Sister, I was dating this young lady in my 20s. It's not an age thing.
No. Let me tell you. Let me say what I'm saying. Y'all tend to be the type of guys that come from the era and the generation that does that. I'm talking about the ones I'm meeting, my age range, and then of course the ones younger. They ain't offering nothing. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. You told me, hey, and think you finna play the piano. You ain't paid for no gas. You ain't bought no meal.
Nothing.
You ain't even trying.
They haven't
you ain't trying to talk on the
nothing.
phone.
So
I'm 40, Reggie. I'm 41.
But
At 41, you can't buy me a hamburger.
I know guys 50.
Bro,
I know guys
if
45
you can't
still trying to get it
buy
together.
me a hamburger, if
It's
you
so-
can't buy me a 2 for
I know
20
guys
at Applebee's,
45 and 50
you should, it ain't about the
still
money.
trying to
but
get it
if
together.
if you can't afford a 2 for 20,
Some cats can't afford that.
well, why you dating? You can't afford piano.
That's
playing.
why I say,
'Cause
if you
apparently
ain't out here playing the piano, why you dating?
you can, but you can afford the piano playing. You paying for your time.
And what
at the
I'm
piano.
trying to say,
And
piano
y'all, by the way,
playing,
I'm not saying that you gotta be paying for piano playing. I'm just saying though, it's different because Reggie, you coming in. Okay, realistically speaking, a man that came to me with Reggie's energy, I'm more willing to play piano because you offering something. The problem that my age group is facing is, let me try to not be so politically correct.
Please
Bums.
don't
We
be-
got-
no, don't
no,
be
I ain't
so.
gonna
Please
cuss.
don't
I ain't
do
gonna
that.
cuss. I'm saying we get a bunch of bums. Like, you don't have nothing for yourself. You can't even take care of yourself. And then here you come.
you're not a victifying man, are you?
No, you may not even be taking care of your kids. Your baby mama
Right.
asked you for diapers 2 months ago and you still ain't
They ain't
balling.
got
And
it.
here you are approaching me talking about playing the piano. Reggie at least put gas in my car. Reggie said, well, if you
I
want a
got
bag,
you
pick it out.
covered.
Reggie said, you know, if you need a little something on the light bill, I put something
I
on the
got
light
you
bill.
covered.
Dude, you see what I'm saying? So he's
It's
coming
going to be so
offering
bright
something.
where you are,
But
you're going to be able to stand it.
Oh, you gonna give me stadium lights?
Oh, it's
Okay,
gonna be
okay,
wonderful.
I'm okay.
But I'm saying, at least he's coming with something. I'm not saying I'm in complete agreement, but the older people used to say around me, shouldn't no man come around you empty-handed. You know how they say if the man come visit you, at least he can bring a bucket of chicken to the house or something. You know what I'm saying? He coming over to see you or whatever. Reggie just doing that.
But see,
That's all he doing. He bringing something to the table.
We're headed down a
He bringing
different rabbit
something
hole.
to the
We
table.
talking about relationship, but what I'm hearing sound like again, partnerships. That's not a relationship. I'll do this for you.
But are
if you do
relationships
this for-
not partnerships though? You don't get into
A
relationships to get nothing out of
wait a
it.
minute. A relationship can turn into a partnership. I don't think a partnership started out as a partnership. Well, if you give me this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you that. That's a partnership. If that's how it starts out, that's not a relationship. A relationship is about getting to know somebody, appreciating
Right.
somebody, wanting to better
that's-
that person's
that's
life,
getting something out of
and
it.
and it's you
It's
just
not material,
giving
like
because of the way that person makes
Man,
you
I've
feel.
done
But see,
all that.
you're getting something out of it. It
But
just
I'm
may not
saying,
be material.
but why does that have to change when it comes to relationship?
I didn't say it has to change.
Well, Reggie just said he done all that.
But remember, folks, this works for Reggie. What you do is what works for you. Remember on the last podcast I said, you run your race. The race I'm running,
I don't disagree.
the race I'm running is working
Didn't I say
for
what
me.
works for those two people?
The race I'm running
Well,
works for
But see,
me.
Reggie being honest,
Well,
he ain't playing no games. He ain't got no women sitting
I'm
around
not
guessing.
looking for
Well, I don't know
that.
what Reggie want. They know what Reggie want.
I've seen it all.
That gets
But Sam,
Yeah, okay.
I've seen it, Sam, and I'm not gonna put
Hey, Sam.
anybody's thing out there.
okay.
We knew of a man who played it by the book.
Yep.
Did everything his wife wanted.
Yep.
She said jump, he said how high. He did everything for that woman. Whatever he needed to do. But when that woman got tired of him and put him down, he took his own life. And we're talking about a healthy man.
Yeah.
He didn't have 6 weeks to live. He was healthy. But when he did everything he could, he took his life. Because he said, that was my future. Her.
With her was my future.
But you know,
And
that's,
I'm just trying to say, excuse me, Dabriah, I'm just
sorry,
saying,
I'm sorry.
I'm just doing what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, I'm good. If the woman you said you saw is letting her boyfriend sit in the car while she pumped gas,
Oh my God.
that's on her.
see,
Because guess what?
But
I'm not,
good
going,
though.
I'm not
That
going
works
over
for
to
them,
that car and
'cause I
say,
ain't-
hey, brother, why you got your sister pumping gas? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm saying, oh, okay. All right. And
So
he playing on the phone too?
Well, that's like I said.
Yeah.
Like when you and I have a conversation, Reggie. And I told you when, and you say this too. Just because it doesn't make sense to us,
It don't have to make
doesn't have
sense.
to make sense. The
Right.
only thing it has to make sense for is the people that are involved in it, and that might have been her normal.
And I think Braille said that last week. He commented on that. He said, you got to find out what's going on in these situations.
Yeah, you
Man
never
in
know.
the leg case. You don't know what's going on with these people. So it is, based on what they got going on. But me personally, as a woman, you ain't going to sit in my thing.
Lady Jane said, "What would that?" She said, "That will."
Well, Uncle Reggie, I need my light bill paid.
Okay. Okay.
Scooter, he said, "Okay," but you know what that means.
But here's the thing. We got all of that. And the only thing I'm saying, if something is being given to you, and you're telling me you're a gentleman, you're a guy. I never thought I'd find everything I wanted in one man. We should never have a problem.
Because you would understand that
Because everything is coming like you want it. Right?
So
Now,
Reggie,
Yeah.
if okay, let's say perfect situation comes up,
Mm-hmm.
she's okay with the piano playing, y'all spending time, y'all getting to know each other, y'all building a bond, y'all vibing or whatever. Do you see yourself being committed to that person?
Absolutely.
So it's not like you just out here playing the
Oh,
piano.
no. I'm committed.
The Carlita said, "Since you feeling
Because you
generous
get what you
on the
want.
right."
Yeah,
Since
we
you
got
being
you.
generous.
But here's the thing. We got you. Yeah, we in. Now
So
don't
it's really
start
not a
nothing.
bad thing, 'cause
But
that
here's the
works for them and
thing.
he-
Don't start nothing. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
When it's piano playing time.
Bruh, because here's the thing, Sam. When you hit that switch, your lights come on. When you get in that car, there is no light saying low
Low
fuel.
fuel. And
You
you
see what I'm
responsible
saying?
for all that.
Hey, when you get in that car, you walk into the wrong car. You say, "Oh, I didn't know my car was this clean. I didn't know this was happening." Yeah. Now, here's what I need. And remember,
Reggie doing the
remember,
thing though. He holding up his end of the bargain.
remember,
though.
Okay, so what's the problem with what Reggie's doing then?
I didn't
It's
say that's the
nothing.
problem.
I'm just saying.
okay.
I said he's holding up his end of the bargain.
Why would a woman
They
have a
agreed
problem
on
with-
that. He holding up his end of the bargain.
But
and here's my thing, Sam.
okay, go ahead.
What do you want to do? Nothing? Like you said, that ain't no deal either.
No, it's
What
not.
you want to do?
Well,
Nothing?
actually, nothing is a deal, but it's a
Right.
deal
But
that's more light.
what do you want to do? What
If
do
they
you want to do?
discussed it up
Nothing?
front, and
But
that's what
see,
she said, Reggie was with it, he
again,
gone.
I think it goes back to what I was saying about when people say, "Where are we going?" and they already know where they want it to go, but they say they don't know where it's going. But if go up front, you say after date 2, say, "Well, are you looking for a relationship?" They may not be looking for a relationship because there's some people that I know, and I'm not gonna put not gonna put nobody's business out there. They ain't had a quote unquote relationship in years, but they're still active in that area.
Right. And here's the
Because
thing.
again, that's all they
That's the
need.
agreement
That's
with
the agreement
those
with
people.
those people. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
And those people are okay with it. The only thing I say in that, don't make it funky. Because I still will always uphold my end of the deal. That's all.
And again, we talking to sound like a partnership. It's not.
No, he just saying
I
if you
get that.
do what
But
you
Sam,
promised,
right.
then I'm gonna do
But
what I
here's the thing,
promised.
My
Sam.
end of the
But
deal.
Sam, if I'm not getting that
everything
deep
is a
into it.
transaction.
But
Because
Sam,
even if it wasn't material,
I'm helpless, right?
Let's take
It's
money
gotta
off the
be,
table.
'cause
Let's say
Take the
that
money
it's
off
a
the
woman
table.
like
Yeah.
me that's like, I'm not asking you to pay my bills
Right.
or whatever. Okay, what do you need? I need your time. You know, when you give me time, I need affection. Just spend some
I
time
got
with me,
that
give me
too.
quality time. So if he said, okay, I can give you all that, but this is what I want from you, and I agreed to that, it's still the same thing. It's still a transaction. He's giving me the emotional fulfillment that I need, and he's getting what he wants. It's no different just because he's speaking in terms of material items.
You basically just took the feeling out of sex.
No, I like feelings. That's
But
not
I'm just saying what you're saying.
I mean,
But what I'm saying is,
for-
for me, I have to feel a certain type of way about somebody
Right,
before
me
I
too.
lay
Me
down with
too.
them.
I ain't
It just got to be
playing off the
something,
rip.
you know.
Exactly.
Well, I feel the same kind of way about them too.
If I see a
I ain't
woman
just
with a
sleeping
nice
with
shape,
the-
that's probably as far as it goes. I just see
That's
one. I
just
don't
what
sleep
it
with like,
is, right.
man, I think I'm gonna sleep with that. Yada yada. I'm not that
Yeah,
way.
I have to have an emotional connection.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Now,
Wait.
when I was 20, it was different. You know, it was different. And then when I was 30, it was somewhat different. But you know, for me now, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I don't hear that.
Here's what I'm saying. You may not, but I'm saying I feel something too. Before I get to that too.
But it's more physical than it is emotional for you.
It's emotional too. I'm very emotional.
It's
You
just more
emotional if you
physical
don't-
up front.
It's not like you're emotional if you don't get it.
I'm
got more?
right. I'm that too.
You
what
are?
I'm saying,
You don't need to play the piano.
I'm getting the emotion
I'm not
from the
touching that.
very beginning.
How
Brother, I'm just saying.
Because
when
he
I
gotta,
talk,
he got to be interested in it.
When I
Right.
talk- right.
He not
But-
just, he's
but-
not just
Sam,
paying
let me say
bills.
this, Sam. But you got to remember, Sam, this is now, brother. I'm out here all the time. I'm out here every day.
And I'm
like
not.
you said, I'm on the front line.
You
You
understand.
say, I want A, B, C. No problem. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm just saying, for those young ladies who say, I want A, B, C, and I said, well, here's A, B, C for me. And
if they agree, then
if they agree, if it works, we can get into a relationship, we can get into whatever. But this is what has to be for me. Now, for those that don't want that,
It's not a bad thing.
right? And brother, in the perfect society, it'd be great. It's not an age thing with me. Any woman that has dealt with me will tell you, all I had to do was this, and I got what I wanted. Right. Now, if you don't want to do that, we have no conversation. We have no talk.
See how he was clear about what he wanted, though? He didn't leave any gray areas. It wasn't, well, I maybe might do this for you if. He said, no, this is what I want. If you can give me that, I'll give you exactly what you want to. Let's take bills and money out of
take
it.
all that out
Let's
of
say
it. Yeah.
she said, Reggie, I need somebody to hold me. I need to be able to talk to somebody at the end of my
All
day
that.
when I had a bad day. I need my feet rubbed. I need to feel loved. And he said, okay.
But
I can
that's
do
what-
all that, and this is what I need. Just because he said that's what his need
But
is,
in a
doesn't
relationship-
make his need wrong.
But in a relationship, wouldn't that be instinctive?
No.
It would?
No. Not for,
You know what?
It
Me and
would?
you,
for a lot-
me and you are that type of people.
Sam,
Because I'm like you. People I love, I just want to love on them. I want to.
But
you know, I wanna
again,
do
when
things for you
I
love them.
again, hear me out. When I think about a relationship, I think about that person and me trying to make their life as easy and as better as possible as I can because what they do for me, emotional wise, you know, by supporting me and telling me, you know, helping me along my way. But what I'm saying is, and so we don't have to make a deal and say, well, I'll let you can play the piano tonight if you'll bring this, and this on to me.
But
I don't like that.
What I'm trying to tell you, Sam, that's what I like to say. Sam, they do that too. And guess what, Sam?
What?
I can't have no headache. I can't have no migraine. I can't be feeling bad. I can't say this so-and-so at my job said this to me. Well, I can't have that. I gotta still be a male 24 hours a day for you. I still have to be your protector, your provider. Yeah. I can't tell you, babe, I need gas. Look, babe, I was at the job today. Sam said something to me. I can't put no gas in your car today. What I'm saying,
so you can't
brother,
take a day off from
I can't. No. And what I'm saying, brother, none of it is wrong. It's what works. Some folk don't do this. Some folk don't do that. And you know what I tell them? Sounds good to me. It ain't hurt. It's working. And guess what?
But again, what I'm saying is, for somebody like me, I'm pretty much done because this terrain, this detritus that I'm seeing, it's not. It does, what I'm looking for doesn't exist.
It does exist, brother. I'm saying,
but it sounds like it doesn't exist.
It does exist, brother.
Because the process has changed. It goes from partnership now to a relationship, as opposed to a relationship that turns into a partnership.
But guess what, Sam?
What's that?
When you're talking to whatever female, you establish that over the phone. You establish what you want already. Don't just pop up 6 months later and say, hey, you know, I thought we'd do this. No, you do it now. You do it on the first few conversations. Hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is my thing. I want to, and guess what, Sam? You can tell her, I'm looking for a relationship instead of a partnership. Why not tell them that? It's
that's
cool.
That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying,
but what I'm hearing is that you establish a partnership before you do the relationship.
See, that's what you said.
That's what
you're
works
biased
for me.
You keep saying what I'm hearing. You picking out what you want to hear.
No, I hear
I think you missing.
Because it's the concept of what it is. He's saying, you give me a list of what you want to do, and I'm going to give you a list of what I want to do. And we can meet on that regard. That's a partnership.
But it's no different
Sam,
from you saying you
what a
need your
business deal
emotional
really
needs
is.
met. You want to build a bond with a person.
How much emotion
That's
do that
still
have to
your
be to
need.
say, okay, to get back up this even swap ain't no swindle. Well, this is worth to me. So if you'll do that, I'll do that because that's what it's worth to you. So there is zero emotion in that.
whatever you want to call it.
But you know what?
I'm just saying,
we
this
make
is what
a
I say.
mistake trying to build relationships solely
How
off
can you
emotion
make a
sometimes.
mistake trying to build a relationship?
Because that's what I've done in my past and what I'm now.
I get all, but I get. But
yeah.
what mistakes did you make?
But you have to be realistic. Okay,
you go. Okay,
you want these things emotionally, but eventually there are gonna be other things needed and other things required. Eventually, because like you said, it's gonna grow, it's gonna form, you're gonna nurture it into something.
Right.
You have to meet the other person's needs too. It can't be all about you and your emotions. They're gonna have emotional needs. They're gonna have physical needs. They're gonna have spiritual needs.
From my perspective, I would say I'm giving that without being asked. Because if this person, I'm into this person and I want to make their life better. I want to make, build something together
see,
where I am.
His way
you
of
are.
making their life better may look different than yours, but he's doing the same thing. I'm making your life easier. What he said though, he said, I'm making sure you got gas in your car. I'm basically making sure that your life is easy because you got gas in your car. You're not going to be behind on no bills. You're not going to whatever. He's essentially making a woman. I've never had somebody take care of me. I never had that luxury. That for me would be making my life easier. So it's no different than me being the empathic, nurturing person I am. I'm like you, Sam. I meet somebody and the more I feel for them, the more I want to make their life better. I want to make it easy. I want to make it comfortable. I want to make sure you're good. Can I cook for you? Can I rub your back? Can I help carry your load? Do you need a shoulder to lean on? This, that, and the other. It's the same thing, just in a different form.
No, it's not.
Because
because
he expresses his emotion materially doesn't mean that he doesn't have emotions.
I guess where I'm from and where I'm at emotionally.
My dad is his type. My dad did. He provided for my mom. That's how he showed his love. He was a provider.
What I'm talking about from where I stand on my relationship, what I do, whatever. Sex shouldn't be the end of it. Sex should enhance it. It can't be the foundation for it.
I didn't say that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if he's as he says, as long as he gets to play the piano, he's happy. He don't care what else goes on.
That's his only need.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Don't make it wrong.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying for me.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me show you something.
As y'all keep saying, this is for you.
So what
For
do
me.
you need? What does Sam need?
Okay, let me tell you real quick. Before Sam tells you what he said.
Okay.
That same thing he's doing right now, he did that on the YouTube interview with Dana Roxanne. He took his little, yeah, you know, Reggie's this kind of guy and I'm this. You know what Dana Roxanne said to Sam? Sam, that's you. That creates a balance. He lives his life.
Oh.
Well, yeah, and see, that's
you
why.
see what I'm saying? And like I said,
Yeah, and that's what people ask us, how do we get along?
If
Because
no
we're totally
emotion,
different.
if no emotion works for me,
Yeah, then they say how we're different.
if no emotion works for me,
Balance each
or
other out.
sex is foundation, and it also can be the end, cause you gonna have to go. Cause if you ain't doing it, so make it whatever you want to make it.
Okay.
Make it
set it up.
Oh, I
whatever.
set it up.
Make. Cause guess what?
You said
Guess
that
what?
up.
Guess what? Guess
You
what?
open the door, he
Because
walk right
I
on
said-
through it.
Because
For
that
me.
And it can be the
same
end.
I
that
just said it for
same
me.
woman or man
I just say it-
will say
Just say person. That's why I say y'all
that
keep
same
that
person
man
will
woman.
say, you're not doing it for me, and they'll leave. And we saw what can happen.
Because the basis of what your foundation was set,
Brother,
if
there was a man
the
we
only
knew-
thing, if your foundation goes, everything's gonna go. That's how you
And
build a
Sam,
house.
and
It depends
Sam,
on what you build
we
a house
knew a
on.
brother who did everything by the book. So we thought.
it's
And they had
as
the
simple as-
greatest
See, that
foundation.
speaks to a different problem.
But
It's
I'm
the
just
same.
When you
saying,
make somebody
things
your
can-
everything,
right.
when
But
they
I'm just
gone, now you
saying,
feel like
right.
you don't have
And
nothing.
here's
You
what I'm
shouldn't do
saying.
that.
I'm gonna make that my everything. But here's what I got to do.
See,
And
that was-
it's gonna be a problem for
If you-
me.
if you
Because
can't-
guess what? At the end of the day, like Sam said, it is emotion involved. Not the way he may do it.
Do it?
It's
Well, it's gotta
emotion
be
to
emotion.
how I do it.
Yeah.
Well,
You see what I mean?
yeah, so
Because
say-
guess what? And this is just something. I know you. I know how you work with your son. I know how you take care of your son. Somebody will see that and say, I don't think he's doing that right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody, like you said, haters. There's a hater out there who'll see you doing good.
Everything.
A hater. Oh man, she doing this. She take care of her kids. She
What
doing
you-
this.
what you- what
She
you
making
said?
that. And they still have something to say. So
Well,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And like I said, I'm good.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
you,
listening, bro.
as
What's
they
up?
say, you're doing a little bit better than fine. As they say.
Hisha said it would be beautiful if most people kept their word. That's all I was saying.
And I
Paul.
keep my word.
Well, I
No,
feel
that's all I was saying. Reggie
in that-
tell you
in
up
that-
front, this is what you're going to get.
in
It's
that
like,
regard,
okay,
you
I'm
have to
down
give
with
your
whatever.
hats off to Reggie
And
because
don't-
he's being as transparent
And
as
don't get me
possible up
wrong,
front.
I don't go up to women and say, hey, I'll pay your bill, or hey, you know, I'll do this and that. No. I'll be a man. All I ask you be a woman. And as long as we got that, and let me tell you what happened real quick.
Okay.
I've had them say, oh, you a gentleman. You open doors. You do that? Yeah. That's what men do.
See, y'all, there's more to
that's
Reggie than
chivalry.
meets the
That's
eye.
shit.
That's
Oh,
shit.
There's
That's
more
chivalry.
to Reggie
Okay.
than just
And
playing the
Reggie, you and I
piano.
come from a chivalrous era.
You okay? You
Yeah.
good? All is well for you? How you feeling? Hey, you taking your medication? I got your medication laid out. You doing this? I'm making sure you got that.
Yeah.
Hey, did you take care of that today? Did you get that?
So he's making her life
look.
easier.
Hey, Sam.
Sam.
Hey,
So what now?
He's making her life easier, like you said.
Hey, look, guess what, Sam?
It's just in a different
well,
way.
again, we're talking about the emotion part of it.
Hey, but
it's
Sam, here's the
easier
thing.
financially.
Here's the
Okay.
thing. But Sam, here's the thing.
Because the minute she don't want to play the piano,
Well, you done.
check, there you go. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
okay.
But here's the thing.
When she don't want to play, is it because, let's say that she might be sick that day? Is that automatic cut off, or is that like, are you factoring in reasonable
Wait,
stuff?
what do you mean sick that day?
You did this. I did not. You opened that up. I did not open
I
it.
did.
What do you mean
I
sick that day?
I don't mean. But I can't say that because
See
I don't
that?
put nobody
But no,
out.
no.
But
What do
I'm
you
gonna
mean
say,
sick
okay,
that day?
Women's troubles. Let's say it's a woman's trouble day.
Changing oil.
Is that?
Changing all.
Oh, that shouldn't even be no. But look, here's the thing. That shouldn't even be no problem.
I'm scared to ask why. I'm scared.
Because,
Do I want to ask
because
why?
look,
got to.
but here's
You
the thing.
done down
Here's
the
the-
rabbit
and
hole.
I'm not trying to be.
You down the rabbit hole,
I know
you
this
gotta have
PG.
one.
We'll make it whatever.
Okay.
Women's trouble is here on down. We got that part.
I knew it. Don't. Okay, let's leave it there because I knew. I knew
we
where
got
it was
that
going.
part. Okay.
I knew it.
But-
But
okay,
here's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah,
Here's the
we not
thing.
wrong.
Here's the thing. You might have had.
So Reggie,
you might have had a
365, Reggie,
No.
365,
Well, I gotta be 365.
365.
Well, he said he
I
gotta
gotta be
be-
365.
He can't even
Okay,
take
see,
a day
this
off.
is where I draw. This is the point where I get off the Reggie.
That's okay.
Let me
I'm just
see.
saying.
You
365.
encourage this.
But it's not 360.
You-
Here's the
I was
thing.
just trying to-
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Deal with it.
Here's the
No,
thing.
he said
It's
you
not
encouraged.
365.
Deal with it.
It's not 365. It's not 365. You making it something.
You just
that is-
said,
know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
said women's trouble is from here down. So that means
From here down, meaning the waist down.
the
Well, that's
remaining
once a month.
those days that other
And here's the
areas
thing.
should be
Here's the
working.
thing too.
And then so that's
Here's the
365,
thing.
Reggie.
You know when that time is coming.
Yeah.
You already know. So let's just say Monday night you could have went on and did what you had to do. Now Tuesday, I got the last
you
night. I
have-
told you.
So, but see-
I knew it. I told you what you. I'm just saying. It's okay. It's okay.
I need y'all to look at his face when he's saying this.
It's okay. Folks, it's okay.
But that's what I'm asking
Yeah,
though. Do
it's
you
okay.
make allowances for that? Like that happens and it's like,
Yeah,
you
we'll
have
make
understanding
allowances.
for
We'll
that?
make allowances. So
Okay,
let me
so
know
it's
when.
not 365.
Yeah, let me know when your women's trouble is gonna be over. So we take care of that. Yeah.
Call me.
Okay, but
So she
during the
call-
women's
so she
trouble,
call you later?
you gonna stop? You gonna stop filling up gas tanks during that time? Or
Well, no,
like-
we'll get you before then, because if
So
you
that
try to
gas
get me,
got to last you.
no, well they ain't got left for 3 or 4 days. Yeah, that gas got last. Gas, a whole tank of gas lasts you a long time. But what I'm saying, you only need. Here's the thing. Here's the
I ain't asking
thing.
Reggie.
Let's say you got
You
a.
are.
Let's say I've been around enough women to know that don't last 3 or 4 days. So now let's get back with it. Let's get back in the rotation.
Okay, so you do make allowances for that. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
for them
So
4
it's
days
not
of
like
the
you
month.
just
Yeah, for them 4 days of-
365 every single
You get
day.
4 days a month to act up.
Okay, listen, we got. Okay, here's a
I'ma leave
question.
it
This is
alone.
like this is our
Yeah.
poll, this is a poll question I posted on Facebook earlier today, and some people chimed in, and I wish they would chime in now.
Miles.
And it was about dating sites. And our poll question is being sponsored by Miss Apple Miller, who is the owner of Madame Solana's boutique.
see
You
if
want
I
to
can
feel
tag
special
it.
for that special someone? Get it, Miss Apple Miller. She has lingerie, oils, lotions, all that good stuff to make that special person feel special for you. So get it, Miss Apple Miller. I'd say at Madame Solana's boutique. The poll question was about dating sites, because for somebody like me who's not into the dating sites and things of that nature, I got some horror stories when I was younger, but nothing like what they are now, because I think they're a whole lot different now. The question was, do dating sites work? Are they good? Are they bad? Answer it in just a simple yes or no in the chat room. Yes, they work. No, they don't work. Yes, I've tried them. No, I haven't tried them. Just say yes, they work, or no, they don't work, and let me know why they don't work, and let me know why they do work. That's the poll question that we got for today. We'll start having sponsorship for our poll question. And again, this poll question was sponsored by Madame Solana's boutique, which is owner of Apple Miller. She'll be our guest next week, by the way, too. So you got some questions you want to expand on? She can expand on what it is that she does. Like I said, for a special someone. So there we go. I opened it up. Reggie, you are a relationship guru, our resident relationship guru, and seeing you are with the dating sites. Good, bad, yes, no, indifferent. You wouldn't try them again, or what? What are your take on the dating sites?
Hey, great for me. It works. It works. You start talking about online dating, works. Online church works. So we got to look at things that way.
Well,
it's where
that's-
society is.
Respect, I hadn't even thought about it. Yeah.
Online
So
school,
you go to online
work.
school, your degree
go to
is
work
just as
online.
valuable. You go to online dating, you can meet a liar
Go to
at
groceries
church.
online.
You can meet a liar at the mall.
Most churches full of
You can meet a liar online, inline, offline. It's okay.
What?
Folks, all I'm saying is do what works for you.
I
It-
concur.
Look,
So you don't condemn. So somebody condemns it. What do you say? Because
Hey.
some of the people came in the chat and said they wouldn't. Ain't nowhere in the world they would ever trust somebody that they have never seen before, and they're
I
not
hate
going
to go this way, but I'm gonna put it out there. If they say it didn't work for them, I don't have a problem.
Well, I don't know if they
because-
did. I just asked them
yeah.
would they, and I don't know if they did. And
But
I
I had
said
some
again,
people
that's why I want to
yeah.
know.
Oh,
did
I
they
tried
expound
it,
on
and then I had some
because
problems.
some people say they tried it and it worked. It's and you look at something like eHarmony. You see people done got married. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the true analyzer in the
Right.
advertisement. But people get married and forge great relationships from an online dating site.
Now, I had a lady tell me her daughter paid $300 to get on a dating site because she thought she'd meet
a more
a more quality guy.
match.
Yeah.
You meet guys. You meet a guy who spent $300 too. That's all you met.
You met somebody else that paid $300.
You met somebody else who paid $300. You see my point? So,
Yeah.
But do you think that paying that money filters out the riffraff, which is what
No,
I don't think it
because
does.
that's the way they
riffraff-
advertise it.
riffraff-
They advertise it like
Riffraff-
bitches.
riffraff-
Psychos pay money too.
Riff-raff is on all levels.
Mm-hmm.
Riff-raff is in the hood. Riff-raff is up here.
Maybe I
Riff-raff is
shouldn't say
It's on
riffraff.
Wall
I'm
Street.
just saying that
Wall
the
Street.
ranges
What I'm
whatever.
saying,
So Riff Raff is on Wall Street and Beach Street.
I tell you what you can
Rich.
meet. You meet a liar here for free. You might meet a liar that's
For $300.
for $300. That's a little bit better liar who can cover more of his tracks.
Or just
Who
a
may
liar
show
with
up and say, "Hey, I work for a hedge fund." You're like, "Oh wow, okay, yeah, I'm getting ready to buy this house." They'll take you by a house. They'll take you by a new
Inside the house,
subdivision.
yeah.
Take you in and say, "How you like this? I'm gonna make this my office." You right with all that. Oh wow, girl, he building a house. He's over here. He's doing that. Then you find out it's all lies. He was just able to pull it off better. He rents the Ferrari for the weekend. Don't cost but $125. It's the way you move. It's all about how you move.
It's about the facade.
It's all about the facade. How you move.
And see-
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. The woman who's had plastic surgery, is she real or is she telling a lie? We don't know. You call it whatever you want to call it because she's trying to get to a certain level.
I'm not going there.
She's trying to get to a level, and I don't have a problem with that. And if you lying to me, I got to figure out the lie. And if I accept it and listen to it, sometimes Sam and I listen to people. And we just listen. Then when we get enough, hey man, you ever think about so and so?
Yeah, we back right on out of that thing.
We back out of it. Oh, okay, I see where this goes.
You don't waste my time.
You wasting my
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But if we stay there, and like Denzel said, don't complain about the clowns, and you're constantly going to the circus.
You buying the tickets to go
That's
see
their
them.
job.
You're buying the tickets.
That's their job. And I met big women, little women, small women. I met
What?
big women. The first thing out their
Don't
mouth.
he'll start
And
with
first thing out their mouth. Well, I don't eat pork. Oh, okay. Well, you don't need that.
What do you mean?
But we ought to see where you are.
Maybe she means you don't eat it no more.
Oh yeah. but it's all good. Yeah.
But since you asked this, is it a percent? What from a physical standpoint? What's yes and no for you?
Yes
Do
and
you
no.
really want to go?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yes and no.
Because that's
I don't
everybody
have
has
none,
their preference
Sam.
though.
Sam.
Because I tend to like a bigger, fuller guy. I
Sam.
don't like a little.
I-
See, there you
It's-
go.
it's preference.
Okay, so what was wrong with that?
I don't
Like I
have.
said.
I don't have that. I like who likes me.
Mm,
And well, I'm saying again,
I like
Sam,
that. I get it.
that's
that.
for me.
Yeah.
If you say I like
Wait
a
a
woman
minute,
like
though, Reggie. Because
this,
was that us talking off camera? On
Yeah, that
camera?
was just talking off camera. We
Okay, I
can
won't
bring
bring
it on
that up.
no, you can bring it up. You can bring it up.
No,
I'm
you're not.
gonna leave it. I'ma leave it, Reggie. I'ma
You can
leave
bring it up
that.
because
No,
here's
we're
the
not.
thing.
We're not bringing that up.
I'ma
Here's the
leave it.
thing.
No,
I
we're
like.
not gonna touch that one.
I like who likes me. Now I can talk about you. Like you said, a woman showed up and she had some fingers missing, and the woman showed up like this. Yeah, I can say that.
Oh my
But guess what?
God,
You won't hear me say.
Yeah.
I kicked her out of bed. No, she just had some fingers missing. Yeah, I can talk about it. Yeah, I'll say this or that. I'm gonna keep it 100. Now that ain't your thing. Oh no, all my women look like this. Look okay. I've had women tell me I'm too short, or I don't like men with facial hair. I've had that, and all I do is say okay.
What am I
gonna say?
At that point, you
I
might
can't
like-
make you want me. You said you don't like men with facial hair.
It
But
No
when they
problem.
see that on your profile that you got facial hair,
Yeah,
Yeah,
are you up front on your
Right.
profile? Because some
Oh yeah, I
people
got my
aren't.
picture, but here's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. They still want to talk. They still want to tell you. You still draw them in. They still like the conversation.
okay.
They still want to see. They see what's up.
So dating sites. I'm asking the people in the chat. Yes, no. Has it worked? Will it work? I don't. What's your
Friends, are y'all with people, or have you been with people you met on a dating site? Are y'all currently on some dating sites? Like, give us some feedback. What are y'all doing?
You ever tried to
You
date
know
site?
what? First, I was like, no, I'm not. I can't.
Oh,
I'm
you didn't answer the question. You tried to
starting to open up to it. Now.
No. So have you tried it?
Yes.
That's okay.
Now my last experience with
Well, y'all tell her it's okay.
it was a no. It was a no. He turned
What
out
happened?
to be. He turned out to be nothing like what he portrayed himself to be.
Give us an
In
example,
the
if
small,
you can. Without
he was a
giving too much.
liar. He did everything. His
That's it.
everything.
In general, he was just a liar.
Well, tell us one
everything.
lie he told.
The only true look.
Can you tell us one lie? Not two. Tell us
The
one
one lie
lie.
he told.
The biggest lie
he
he
had
told.
a job. He didn't even have no job when he said he had a job. Right. He just
Put
he
them
lied.
crickets, man.
Right.
Say that again.
He didn't have no job. That's okay if you telling people online you unemployed, but that ain't what you can't look. The conversation, Rex said
Was
you
he
have
getting
conversation.
that?
Right?
Was he-
Hold on, let me tell you. Rex said you have conversation, right?
Yeah.
We having conversation. Now, mind you, he doing what I like to call lying. You volunteering lies because you telling lies about stuff I ain't even asked you about. So we talking, he's like, yeah, so what's it gonna take to get some of your time? And I'm like, well, you let me know, and maybe we might meet up on. I don't know.
Did you ever ask him how was
Hold
his
on
day?
now.
Okay.
Well, if work is the issue, how much do you make in a day? I'll pay for that. So you won't miss nothing for work. You talking real good, and then later you come back and you tell me, oh, I'm out of work right now. I've been out of work for months. I ain't really making money like that, so I can't. Why did you I didn't ask you to pay for my time. Why, you see what I'm saying? Why did you put that on the table?
How long did it take you to figure out that somebody doesn't have a job?
Not long for me because I ask questions.
Okay.
And anybody who has a problem answering questions, that's a red flag for me. Because the only people that don't like questions are people who lie. And in his case, it was the truth. He was a liar. That's why he didn't like me asking
He hadn't
questions.
worked in months.
He said he hadn't worked.
Was he
in
drawing
months.
unemployment?
Not to my knowledge.
So how was he providing for himself?
I have no clue. Now you see, and everything else started unraveling. You're not who you say that you are. Like all these things. Why are you lying? What are you doing? Like I have zero tolerance for that because you choosing to do that. Didn't nobody say, well, I need you to be this, that, and the other. You put that up there. When we was talking, you put that out there in the conversation. I didn't say you had to have XYZ. I'm one of those people who I'm open to getting to know you for who you are. So when you start lying, I just because you chose to lie.
I have
about
never heard the term volatile.
that's voluntary
You call
lies.
Thorndike or Webster, you might get a patent on that. I ain't never heard that word in my
We
life.
don't put that in the Urban Dictionary. Volatile. I bet you somebody else know it. It's just volunteering lies. Like I ain't asked you what
If
kind
somebody
of money
said,
you make.
I'm trying to go chat. We're trying to keep
Nobody. No, the last
Nobody
comment
said
was that
anything
one. No,
about
that's just
it.
people joining and watching. That's
Okay.
all it is. Hey, Shamika.
I got one.
Okay.
Hey, Miles.
Okay. Talking about the online dating. I
Yeah.
just pulled this up.
Okay.
John 21:6.
Oh Lord, he gonna go to the word on
Oh,
it.
He
it's
said,
oh.
no. He said, cast your net on the right side of the boat and see what you get. They couldn't bring in all the fish, brother. You see what I'm saying? That's our
Reggie
online
going to
dating
church.
is.
How did we tie online dating with John fishing on a boat?
Because he told Simon Peter
Cast your lot.
they couldn't find anything.
On the left side of the boat.
On the left side, they went to a fishing drive.
So what you saying?
So
I need you to clarify this analogy.
So
'cause I am
now,
lost,
when
man.
you look at whatever that little show comes on, one of them TLC or whatever, when they go out to fish now, they catch out that big net
Yeah.
and they bring in crab,
Everything.
fish, turtles. They bring it all in. Now they got to sort through it, but that's okay.
So that's what online dating is.
Yeah, that's all. Like
Don't
you said, don't stop because you let one lie.
Reggie done brought in the word. He done broke it down and explained to y'all what
Reggie,
online dating
you
is.
know what?
Now,
Reggie
the
read
doors
from-
of the church is open. The doors open.
Reggie is reading
Will
from
there
the-
be one? Will there be
Don't
one?
stop online because you met one liar. The next guy may have 10 jobs.
Okay,
so you
well,
don't know.
Okay.
And it might be online.
The
might
conversation
be
I'm
online.
entertaining
Are you-
now, it's not a complete stranger this time. We actually have some people in common.
Right.
So I did a little bit of a hey,
There
do
you
you know
go.
who this person is?
Keep asking
so
the
I'm
questions.
learning how to filter.
Oh, so you,
I don't know
so
if
you
I
found,
like
you
this.
found out you don't know if you so you wouldn't do it again?
It's shaky. Now with the current thing, I would be willing to pursue that, man.
Really?
Because they got good references and the people that the person I reached out to that's somebody that's dear to me and I know them, they solid. You know what I mean? But this person ain't giving no volatile lies neither. They like Reggie in terms of they just tell me what it is. It's like, look, this is me, this is who I am, you can like it, you can leave it. And I'm like, oh okay, I'm liking it. So I'm good with that. It's the volatile line for me, Sam. It's the lying. It's the there was one you hit me up online, but all your social profiles, you in a happily committed relationship. It's the people in the happy relationships in the DMs for me. If you're in a happy relationship, why you in my DM? Why?
Oh, Sam.
What
And
you
guess
doing?
what? Dabriah
Y'all
and
posing
Sam.
in Christmas pajamas, and couples pictures, and engagement photos. Why
But
are you
in
in
your
my
DM.
DM? Why?
And guess what, Dabriah and Sam? They can check out all my stuff. I'm clean.
See,
I'm
Sam,
clean.
he's one of those to where he's not borderline. He giving you who he
I'm
is.
clean.
When
Well,
he
I
giving you
put a
who
lot
they
of
are, I'm okay with that.
Me
Because I
myself,
can
I
choose
don't
to
put a
say,
lot
yeah.
of hardly any of my personal stuff. It don't get personal past. It doesn't. What time we got?
4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes. We are we are simultaneous. Also recording on Anchor too, so we may be getting ready to say goodbye to our Anchor audience, but we're going to keep the conversation going. So you can listen to this replay on your way to work someday. Just go to Anchor, type in Reggie and Sam podcast, and listen to the podcast on your way to and from work. It's very interesting. This was another good one. So, any shout outs you guys wanted to give to anybody before we can say goodbye to our Anchor audience and Facebook audience? Don't go anywhere because we're still gonna stay here. Anybody you want to shout out? I wanted to give one special one out. I hope I'm not stepping out of bounds here, but Veronica, Mitch, Andrea, Tyson, Kendra was my goddaughter, Mitch, Shay, Julia, all you guys. I just wanted to again offer my sincere condolences on the loss of Kendra. She was a beautiful soul. It was a tragedy what happened, and I just wanted to let you guys know that you are in my prayers, and I am praying for the peace and perspective that's you guys are going to be needing. It's going to come from, but like I said, as cliche as it may sound, earth has no sorrow that heaven can't hold, that heaven can't heal. So keep your eyes on God, and again, I'm thinking about you guys and Austin, my guy Austin, and again Moody, you too. Talk to you guys soon. That was my shout out. Anybody else?
Well, that's it. My condolences, you guys.
Okay.
My condolences also, but also I want to shout out to Dr. Robert Powell, my former orthodontist. Had those braces removed this week,
Oh,
so
don't say that.
I'm good.
You
I'm
laughing
good
at
to
stuff
go.
that ain't even funny.
I'm good to go. I'm laughing and smiling at everything.
Absolutely.
And I want to thanks to all the staff and everyone there. And congratulations also to you, Dr. Powell. You're getting married today. Good luck to you. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll continue on with the conversation. So you said that you would never again, or you might again, because to me,
Online dating?
Online dating. Only thing I hear about a horror. I don't.
But see,
Like I said, I see eHarmony, the commercials, and they we got married and we've been married for
But see,
5 years.
I
and all
still
this.
don't feel like I have jumped into the ocean of online dating. This was me. When I say online dating, this was just me entertaining some conversations from my inbox.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've gotten to, because I ain't brave enough to set up a profile on the site and just jump out there, because I'm not about that life. I'm not built for it.
Reggie, how many dating sites are you on, if you don't mind? Just you can say, you can say
I'm just doing the one.
So you don't do Facebook
Can
dating?
we say which one?
I do Facebook dating now.
That's the only one you do now.
You like
No.
Facebook dating?
It comes and goes, because some of those profiles aren't really real. Some of them are just there to
See?
attract you.
Yeah.
So understand. But again, I know those
Who is
things
this clicking all these
because I'm
hearts
out
over
there.
here?
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore, I used to do plenty of fish,
Yeah.
but I'm off of that now. So the only thing I'm on now, and
Hey,
really I'm
friends,
putting out of
clicking all
that
these hearts.
was the
Show
Facebook,
yourself. Show
the
yourself.
Facebook
Who
dating.
is
What
it?
do
I
you not
can't
like
see
about
who
the
it
Facebook
is.
dating?
Oh, Lindy. Hey, Lindy.
You mean the Facebook dating or the
Yeah.
plenty of
Facebook
fish?
dating.
Well,
In
I'd
comparison-
have met some good people
What were you
now,
on
so I'm
before
ready to
that?
move on. Plenty of fish.
How is it in comparison to POF?
Oh, it was a lot worse.
POF was a lot worse.
POF was a lot
I've heard
worse.
POF is kind of like a
POF, they'll
cesspool.
just come straight to you.
What you mean? Come straight to.
Yeah,
Hey, I got some bills to pay. Can you help me out? They come straight up on
So
the
it's
first
like
conversation.
it's like the
Fish?
Craigslist
Plenty
of
of
dating.
fish.
It's like the Craigslist of
Plenty
dating
of
sites.
fish is straight up. Plenty of fish.
Real?
Plenty of fish is tougher than me. They come on the first
You can imagine
conversation,
it.
I can't imagine.
and
the
they
first
ask you
conversation.
500, 1,500. I got this, I got that.
So they looking for sugar daddy.
Look, and I give you this for the 5 or for the 100 or the
But
300.
let me ask you something. Are you scared of pianos that say, "Hey, I'll let you play my piano for this amount"?
No, 'cause I
Like,
know what they're doing. They're doing that with everybody. Because they get off the phone too. Hey, let me get back with you. Oh, okay.
Because somebody is calling.
Yeah, I got something else. I think I can get this over here.
Because you give me too long
Okay.
time.
I mean, have you ever played a piano that came to you and said, "Hey, for this price, you can play the piano"? Have you?
Oh yeah, I had that happen several times. Yeah.
Was
And I
that
just
worth
tell-
your while?
No, I
Like,
never
was
did
it-
do it. I never did
No,
do
I'm
it.
saying, so you never entertained that?
I just
Okay.
tell them I'm good.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm good. I'm not gonna. Again, you do things
Yeah.
and then you do things. So
Well, hold
I'm
on.
not
What's the
gonna
difference
take it.
between the do and the do?
Okay, well, if you're doing wrong, at least try to do right. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I'm still doing.
I'm still doing it, but I'm trying to be careful. You got to be real careful. So I'm not gonna put myself in a whole lot of
You said
situations.
if you're gonna do wrong, at least do it right.
If you're gonna do wrong, do right.
Is it the right way to
Do right.
Yes,
But
right.
do
Hey,
wrong
look,
the right
look.
way.
It's just like doing
I
war.
guess that means make it worth your while.
Look,
I
Sam,
guess.
Sam.
That's my
Yeah.
guess.
It's like doing war. You can go into the village and kill the combatants, but you can't shoot the women and children. You can't shoot the elderly. You see what
Okay,
I
that
mean?
makes
So I'm still a soldier, but I got to be this way.
But you
I got to be that way.
Yeah, okay.
You know, look, the ex King Midas. Man, everything you touch turns to gold. You know what he told? No,
Yeah,
I just don't touch
I just don't
everything.
touch everything.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to always be a winner because I'm going to be real selective because I'm out
You
there.
touching
And again, I'm not touching everything, but what I do touch, I'm good.
Now that's my problem with online dating. I'm thinking when you approach me, you're approaching everybody else too.
What do you
Which
mean?
that's probably what you're doing.
Isn't
You're
that
talking to 30, 40, 50 other people. So I need to feel like I'm special. Even if I ain't special to you, I need to feel like it. You know,
So
that's
now
why
you're asking them to lie to you.
No, not necessarily. That's why. See, that's why I prefer to meet people organically. I feel like I'm not saying that they don't do it, but if I bumped into somebody in the grocery store and he was like, "Hey, how you doing? I'd like to take you out sometime. Can I get your number? Get to know you." To me, that just feels it has a different feel than somebody hit my inbox. Hey, how you doing? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how many other women did you put the bait out there to? It's like the good morning.
But then a lot of
beautiful
women are dealing with a lot of men too
thing.
now.
Good
Because guess
morning,
what?
beautiful to
They keep
50
getting
women.
hits. They keep
Of
getting
course.
guys coming lining up.
And that's why
So I
keep
guess
saying
it's mental
people.
for me. It's mental
not just
because
men,
the man in the grocery store could easily have approached several other women
Right.
that day. However, my mind doesn't automatically default to that because I met him organically, as opposed to online. I feel like when people come at me online, I feel like they're just fishing.
And I've had women talk to me and say, "Oh, Ronald, let me get back with you." And I say, "Okay."
But my name, Reggie.
I don't even tell them that. I just say, "Oh, okay." I don't even correct them. I say, "Okay," because I know what it is. Now,
Call you Ronald.
right, just as easy. Ronald, let me call you right back. Okay.
Oh my God!
Sometimes they call
Wasn't
back.
even attentive enough
Sometimes they don't.
to see.
But it's
But they
okay.
feel
I guess I'm
embarrassed
just
because they know
old
they're going to
school
call
in that
you
way.
Oh,
Ronald.
Right. And sometimes they're trying. Oh, can I call you back? Look, I'm good.
See, that's
I'm
another
good.
thing. Like, how you don't know who you talking to? Like, I
Because
don't know.
they're talking to so many.
Exactly.
Now,
That's my point.
Now.
See, my mind defaults to you talking.
Okay,
to
now
so
let me
many
show you the
people.
difference.
I don't feel special.
Let me show you the
anymore.
difference,
just
how I
feel
don't
like
make that
I
mistake.
feel like a target.
Okay.
let me show you how I don't make that mistake.
Okay.
I'm
Reggie, you
either
take
calling
notes.
everybody
Y'all
baby.
see his notebook. Reggie,
Okay.
you take notes when you talk to
Yeah,
people
I'm
online.
either calling everybody baby or here's your name.
You writing it down when you
Karen.
talking to
Let's say Karen.
Why you
So,
talking to? Why you
Reggie
talking
made
to?
while I'm talking, so now,
He made
because
notes
sometimes I make
online
it personal.
y'all.
Karen, you know you're funny. Susan, you know you're funny. So then when they hang up, okay, Susan, have a good evening. Karen, have a good day. But I got it right here.
But at least you took the time to do it.
Again, I'm all of that.
At least you took the time to do that.
All of that is, and Sam, can I tell you something?
Right, it
And
is.
guess what, Sam?
It is.
Guess what, Sam?
Especially when you say I call everybody baby.
Straight game, player, this and that. It's all emotional because you got to still stay on top of your stuff. It's all emotional. However you want to look at it. Huh? It's
all
still,
that emotion.
Sam, it's
Do
still
the
emotional.
shenanigans ever
Sam,
stop?
go.
Do they ever
It's
stop?
still emotion.
Reggie,
However
do the
you call
shenanigans.
it.
What age do the shenanigans stop, Rich? Okay.
You know what?
when-
I've had people ask me
Shenanigans.
that. They said, when does it stop? I said, I couldn't tell you.
okay, do you ever think you'll find that one person
Yeah.
that you like, you're going to cut
On the
off?
path that you on now, you don't think you have to change anything to find that woman?
No, because you have to kiss a lot of frogs on this journey, brother. That's it. Canterbury Tales, Chaucer said it. You got to kiss a lot of frogs.
tired of kissing frogs. Really.
But that's okay. You develop a
left
resistance.
side.
You develop a resistance. It's okay. So
I'm scared to get a
you
wart
move
on
on.
my lips
It's another
at this point.
right, but it's another no before yes.
Of course.
It's another thing before that.
Okay, so with that being said, Sam, how do you hang in there? How do you hang on to hope, being that you know you're a different breed. You're somebody who's looking for something that's a little different pace than what Reggie's looking for. Like how do you keep hope alive? Keep hope alive. As Jesse used to say. Yeah.
Well, my thing is this.
Hey,
you
Sean.
have to really know who you are. And that's the one thing I think that people aren't really honest with who they are. They lie to themselves about who they are.
That's why they volatile on their profile.
Yeah, as you would call it. But for me, I know what kind of person I am. And I'm not a complicated person, but I do know I'm a very complex person. I know that. And I know that for someone to have to deal with me and what all it entails to deal with me, because as Reggie alluded to, I have a special needs son that's never not going to not need me.
Right.
That comes with it. So you not only have to make allowances for me, you will have to make allowances for his situation as well, because one's not going to be separated from the other. I understand that that's not for everybody. I've dated people who said that they understood the situation on face value, but then when it got to the point where they actually I had to counsel some stuff, because of something that was going on with him. After a while, they said, "You know what? I can't do this. I thought I could."
Too much.
And I was okay with that. I'm fine with that. I understand that, because what I'm looking for is not plentiful. There's not a lot of women out there that's going to go with that. And not only that, that's the biggest thing, but. And you probably know that I'm kind of an introvert. I pretty much keep to myself a lot, and I don't.
I can relate to that.
I don't get upset. And I told Reggie this a couple times, like, because Reggie said I walk by him sometime and won't speak, but I spoke to you that morning. And you said, man, sometimes he said sometimes you won't even speak. But that doesn't bother me. If somebody doesn't speak to me, that doesn't bother me, because people got stuff going on, and I don't take it personal when people don't speak to me, or when people don't call me, or like I ain't heard from nobody, and you didn't call me in 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. And somebody doesn't call me in 3 or 4 weeks, I'm not picking up the phone and say, "Hey, you didn't call me in 3 or 4 weeks. Why you didn't call me?" I don't do that, but it doesn't mean that I don't care about you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just how I am. I'm just that way, and And that's why I don't think the online dating stuff will work for me. I really don't, because if I put up a profile,
it's not personable enough. Right?
And again, like you guys just shared some of y'all episodes, people lie
all the time.
You see what I'm saying?
For absolutely no
and I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, they would even ask you, how much do you make a year? That type of thing. I don't know if that's still on there or not.
I know a girl told me she asking people up front. She running credit and background checks.
Well, some people are that way, but again,
I'm like, whoa, sis, that's like, whoa.
Again, it's look at that. But for me, but for me, that's why I am. And I got stuff that I'm like. I do podcasts. I work a job that almost 65 hours a week. Last year was 70. Last week it was 74.
So do you even have time to date?
But I would make time, because I would sacrifice.
That right there is a whole love language.
Yes,
a lot of people, that is a lost art now. People, I'm busy.
Yeah, I would make time because if that person meant that much to me. But like I said, you make time for what you need. You make time for what you really want or need. And again, you talk about that love language. Again, that was something a conversation I had with my daughter. She introduced me to that. And the more I thought about it, the more I looked at it. And that probably was what was missing in some of my quote unquote failed relationships. We didn't understand each other's love languages. They didn't understand the complexity that I was. But I tell, upon meeting someone and we talking, so you sound like a great guy, yada yada. And I tell them, yeah, but I said I got some issues. But someone told me this year that they're not really what when we talked. She said that's not really an issue. She said that's just who you are. And stop. She said you're using the wrong language by calling it an issue. She said, but that's just who you are. It's not an issue. It's who you are. And I never looked at it that way. I never did. But basically, that's just who you are. And if somebody is going to deal with you, she said they just got to understand that that is just who you are. And everybody can't do that. I understand that.
That's it. That's who I am.
I agree with you. That's what I said. That's just Reggie.
And
Sam, how you an introvert?
and guess what? And guess what, Sam?
Sort of thing.
I don't make excuses.
Yeah.
I don't say, hey, let me try to change, or hey, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
No. It's who I am. I'm coming, and you're who you are.
Yeah.
And,
like I said,
I don't like it.
You have to know. I think people just have to be honest about who they are.
Right.
And one thing I do know who I am. I know, like I said,
That's key.
I tell somebody I am a very,
Being real about
and
who
when
you
I say
are.
a little, I say I'm a very complex person. You know, and Reggie and people tell me all the time is because I'm so I don't really interact with people like that. But once they get to know me, first thing they'll say is, "You're nothing like I thought you were." And I said, "What do you mean? I thought you were a mean person." And a guy said that to me this week at work. He had been working there about 3 weeks.
That's their perception.
And then I finally had a
That's
conversation with him about something. And he said, "Can I tell you something?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead." Young guy. I can't say young guy. He's about 30. I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." He said, "You're nothing like I thought you were." So I started laughing. He said, "Why you laugh?" I said, "Because you know how many times I've heard that up here in my 11 years here?" He said, "Man, I saw you." I said, "That dude, right, that look like he don't play." And I'm probably one of the nicest guys you ever meet. Reggie can tell you that. I think Reggie, when I first started working with Reggie, I think he said that he kind of thought the same thing. This dude something, man, this dude serious, he don't play. But he found out when we got to have a conversation, I was nothing like that. I was nothing like that.
And Sam, you said something one time to me. You said, don't change for anybody. Because if that person leaves, then what do you have?
You don't have nothing.
You don't have nothing because you changed for them.
Yeah, and now they're gone.
And now they're gone. And we saw that.
That's what I was saying earlier
So
about
now,
making somebody your everything.
you can come with it or you don't. And I've had women say that.
Yeah.
Before the first date at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
I said, now, how do you feel about this? Oh, well, I don't think we're going to be compatible.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's cool.
Yeah, I've had that conversation.
And I've said, that's cool.
And that conversation,
No harm,
I
no
had that
foul.
conversation. Yeah, because somebody
Yeah.
you know, and things happen. You get, you know, when, like I said, when the breakup happened. I mean, he said almost 3 years ago. People were getting in my DM and saying stuff, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And I said, "No, I'm not me else." He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I could deal with that."
Deal with what you have so much responsibility with your son.
Yeah, she said, you don't have time for nobody.
That was her perspective.
That was,
And
that's
that's
what it was. And you know what? I didn't try
Because
to
the right
challenge it. I
person
didn't.
for you, they'll become a part of your life.
Well,
and
that's
they'll
what I'm
become a
saying.
part
So
of his life too.
that time will be that time.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be time with them because of you invested. Because
But at least you know up
at
front,
least,
though.
and I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
You know, you got too much going on. You a busy man. Yada yada. Yada. You don't have. And that was her perspective. And I didn't try to push it. Say, "Oh, I can change for you. I can do this for you." I was just saying, okay. I completely understand. People are who they are, and people do what they do. And like I said, as long as I'm not responsible for why you did what you did, as long as I'm not responsible for why you did what you do, you go home with your bad self.
And that's what I'm saying. And they'll try to, and sometimes the women try to, well, what do you like? I like everything. Well, what about this? Like that too. Well, what about that? Like all that. Name something, I like it. However,
I don't know now, Reggie.
however, you need to be on board with this.
Or what I just said ain't gonna matter.
Or what I just said don't matter. But as long as you on board with this, we good. We're good. And guess what? Like I've always tell people, it don't take all day.
You got 23
23 hours and 50 minutes.
He reduced it this
Yeah, it
time.
was
The last
40,
time it was
down to
40
50.
minutes. You're down to 50 minutes now.
I had
20 minutes top.
hey, Doc, I had a woman
23
say,
hours and
is that
50
it? And I
minutes.
did like this. Bruh,
You
Very
did not do
heavy.
hey, bruh, but guess what?
What, Reggie? Did she said that's all.
She
What'd
said,
you
is that
do?
it? And I said,
That need to be a whole
But guess what?
jiffy.
what
everything else that needed to happen in 24 hours
happened.
for her was done.
It happens.
And happen. And
Okay,
guess what?
okay. So
Guess
Reggie,
what?
you saying
I
you
never heard that woman say,
That's-
"I'm
that's
afraid. I'm in fear. I'm this." I never heard that
She was in a good place.
in a good place.
So
Hey,
Reggie, you saying you give me my 10 minutes and I'll give you your 23 hours and 50 minutes.
that's all.
I mean,
anybody,
even swap ain't no
swap ain't no
That's how
swindle.
that-
anybody, any man, any this, man, I was doing it all. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Don't even put that.
Don't tell that lie on them folks.
And for the young ladies out here, if you make it a problem, it is a problem. If you make it a chore, it is a
Reggie,
chore.
you saying nobody doing it all night?
No, get it out the way. It don't take long. Get it out the way, and you good.
You see what I'm talking about? Emotion.
But here's what I'm saying. I get the emotion
Think
part.
back to the
but
busted
here-
open contract.
No,
Busted open contract. You're right.
That's what I'm
Busted open
saying.
contract.
Get it out the way because guess what?
What's that?
What emotion is in what you want?
There isn't any.
Right. When that woman says,
But what I'm saying, here's
Yeah, come
emotion.
on.
Here's where emotion can come from, though. What I'm saying
Okay.
is that you do stuff for her that she doesn't have to ask for, that you know that she would like.
She's getting that-
Wait a minute, let
Go
me
ahead.
finish.
Okay.
Without expectation of it being reciprocated, you
Okay.
do it because of how you feel about her.
yeah, I do that. too.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay.
that's just
And
me.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and like I
that
said, that's
creates
what
the
works for
balance.
me.
That creates the balance.
Yeah.
Like you said, I stop. You get flowers, you get chocolate, you get whatever they want. You stop and you bring it home.
Yep.
I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that.
So you do just because gifts? You do all of that too?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I
I was
don't.
just thinking
And guess
about
what?
you, so I
and
just
guess
did
what?
this.
Right.
Okay.
And then they should do the
So there's
same.
some emotion
And guess
there.
what? And guess what?
Okay.
They should do the same thing too. I was just thinking about you. Here you go. I was just thinking. Do some
I'm just thinking
because-
about you, so I'm taking my shirt off.
Do some
Is
just
that what
because
you-
for me.
Just
Okay.
because
Just
the
because
other
for me.
player.
That's fair. That's
and guess what?
fair.
What?
All you benefit from all of that. That's all we saying. You make this a problem, it's gonna be a problem. It's people out here can't even go to work.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like
For
the
whatever
guy who
reason.
hit me up with no job.
Look, for whatever reason.
But for me,
But for whatever reason.
yeah, I don't need nothing back on.
But for whatever reason, they can't go to work. Won't work. Won't work nowhere. They couldn't work at a cookie
Right.
factory. But that's them. I get up all the time, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I get back in here at 8 o'clock at night. I'm good. I'm good. It works for me,
That's it.
works for my lifestyle. I ain't got no problem. It's emotion in that. And some people will say to us, how can y'all work this job? How can y'all say, man, I got a lifestyle. More than one person depending on my check.
Well, that's my moniker. More than one
Hey
person
man,
depending
don't
on
you
my
know what
paycheck,
somebody with a grass skirt that's just as happy as you? Dude, I don't want a grass skirt.
Again, but see, that goes back to what you were saying. You got to do what works for you.
I do what works,
That works for me.
Jimmy Henry, what's up, Jimmy?
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So that's all. So, and like you said, when you got some ladies have told you, this don't work for me.
yeah.
And nothing wrong with the woman. She's already told you up front, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they thought
can't
it.
be
I mean,
mad.
they thought it could. They thought it.
They thought it
would.
could, so I can't be mad at you.
Yeah, and when they said that, I understood that. I didn't say, "Would you consider it?" Would you? I didn't do that. I just said, "Okay, I understand." But again, you know, my son's not going anywhere. Like I said, that's what I was dealt. That you know, he's never going to be independent. He's always going to be to the point where he needs me. That's not going anywhere.
And sometimes I talk to women where I just give them advice. That's more valuable than anything I could give them.
Yeah.
Oh, I never looked at it like that. Yeah.
Oh, I've
Check it
read
out and
it,
see
yeah.
What kind of
if that works
advice you
for you.
giving?
Life advice, things advice. They go out and do something. Well, before you do that, why don't you look at it like this? Why don't you look at it like that? Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. You get all that.
Well, the next time
Yeah,
somebody
we
reach out to
finally-
me
we finally
today
caught us.
online,
Thanks,
I'ma
Jim.
call you
Appreciate
for
it, man.
some advice.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna say,
Because
what you
here's the
think
thing.
about this?
The value in knowing someone outweighs a whole bunch of stuff. See, you have to look at the total package. Like me knowing this man right here for 11 years. Now, he ain't always came to me with something, but when I needed it, the brother said, hey, man, let me tell you something. Hey, you need to watch this. You need to watch that. Wow. Okay. And that saved me down the road. Mm-hmm. I didn't think about it that day. Oh, man, that's Sam, man. I ain't thinking about Sam. Boom. Later on, hey, Sam, I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, you've always came back and said that.
Man,
you know.
and here's Sam and said, what?
'Cause
no, that day you told me so and so, so and
Because
so.
a lot of times I'll say something, and Reggie is I'm writing that down, and I'll be just talking because but Reggie will say, "Man, I can use this."
And I write it down.
And he'll give it, and he'll turn around and in turn tell somebody else.
And I actually
So
have
y'all
a
give each
bunch.
other relationship advice?
No, we do not.
And guess what? Guess what? And can I say something to you? Can I say something to you?
Like, no.
Yeah, no, we do not. Go ahead.
And guess what? I never talk to him about relationship advice.
Really?
Now, if I have a situation, I may say something to him.
Yeah.
But I don't go to him and say, "Man, you need to be doing something." That ain't my place. That's not my thing.
Oh no, I don't mean
And-
like that. Like if
But no, if I'm in the middle of something or something going on, I may say something to him, and he'll give me. I say, "Oh, okay. I ain't look at it like that." But then I don't do a lot of stuff without talking to somebody.
Yeah,
If I want to buy some candy,
yeah, the value.
I might say, "Hey, look, I'm going to buy this candy, but I don't look. What you think?" But that's me.
Yeah, I mean, in the relationship, it works both ways too. Reggie, I'm kind of one of them people who don't really see a lot of stuff. He sees it more valuable than I do. I just think it's just something I did, or just something I say, or if somebody's trying to, maybe give me some roses as they like to speak, and I'll be like, okay, but I don't think I really need them. I don't think I deserve it. Reggie he'll come to me and say, "Sam, stop that," and I'll be like, "Stop! Well, stop doing that." He said, "Man, them people appreciate you. Them people do this, and they say it
that
this,
probably
and yada
comes
yada."
from the fact that you're so much of a giver that you're not used
And
to
I can't,
receiving.
and I still don't get it, but I appreciate him because my brother does the same thing. He's and I'll be like,
You have to learn how to appreciate yourself.
but I don't.
And pour
At
into
59, I
yourself.
still don't get that.
I know,
But
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 you
Reggie
got
said-
to though. You got to
Yeah.
start
Oh,
because you deserve it.
I don't.
And this is
I-
just me
do you
saying
really-
the
do I
little,
really?
the little that I know. We all deserve love in the different forms that it comes. Whether it's people appreciating you now. I saw something the other day that really hit me in my heart. It said,
Yeah.
all the things that we say at people's funerals, we really need to be saying it to them on their birthdays. We really need to be saying it to them when we come across them in the street. So that's like giving you your flowers while you
Yeah.
living. That's like, Sam, I really admire the work that you do with the foundation that you have.
But the thing
I
of it
like
is-
that you reach out to people and you have such a kind heart. And I know it's hard to receive because you're used to giving. You have a
Because-
giver's mindset. You have a giver's heart. But you got to be open to receiving
Part of that
too.
comes from the fact that that's not why I do it.
Of course. But see, that's what makes you deserve it because it's coming from you do it from a pure place. You don't do it for applause. You don't do it for a pat on the back. You don't do it so somebody can say, "Hey, look at what Sam did." You don't do it to boast. You do it because it's genuine and it comes from a pure place and you feel like that's what you need and want to be doing. And that's what makes people want to say, "Hey, let me give Sam some flowers." Because you know how many people out here, "Ooh, I fed the homeless today. Ooh, I got a foundation for this. Ooh, I did this for this person today." And here you are, you just being yourself. You just doing it. You don't care if nobody knows about it. So that's something to be celebrated. Because if we truly believe that we reap what we sow,
Yeah.
why is it not okay for you to receive a harvest from the seeds that you plant? It don't have to come from the same garden you planted in.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you plant roses, you don't have to get roses back. But why is it wrong for somebody to bring you sunflowers or tulips or lilies or peonies? Why? Why would that be so wrong? That's God giving you back that's God giving you favor for what you put out there. So it comes back to you in different ways. "Oh, you Sam, you the guy that does this. You know what? I'm going to give you a discount today because I like what you're doing." That's you getting back the same love that you put out. Or somebody saying, "Hey, this is Sam. Let me connect you to so-and-so because Sam is good people. And this is going to help the both of y'all." What's so wrong with that? Because you're always giving. Somebody's giving back to you.
Yeah. But again, I guess I'm stuck on the stigma that that's not why I do it.
I understand.
And I get and
Because I had to learn it too.
I have a problem getting past that, but Reggie has a great way of snapping me out of it sometimes so I can go ahead and appreciate it.
Because like I tell you, brother, sometimes they're blessing themselves when they give you something. You're looking at, "Well, I didn't do it for that." Got all of that.
That's what brought me out. Somebody said, "You gonna cut off my blessing because you want to be humble?" I need to get my blessing. So let me sow this into you because I was led to do this. So I need what's gonna come from me doing this.
Dude, you
know
think
what I
I know all
mean?
these
So,
people on Facebook?
It flows.
No, I don't. But when they happy birthday, I shoot them a happy birthday. That may be the only one they get. And then they'll send me back. I don't even know. They'll send me back a heart. I'll be like, oh, okay. Or, brother, I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying, sometimes just do it. And like I told you before, keep taking it regardless of what it is. Because it could be something bigger. And they may say, well, I want to get to Sam, but he don't want nothing from me.
No, I don't.
Right. But guess what? They can cut off something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So you always go through it, deal with it, take it, accept it, give it to me. I told you, give it to me. Give it to me, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And like I told you before, if you throw it in the trash when you leave the building, take it. Throw it in your back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Take it.
Or do like I do sometimes. Somebody will give me something and I'm like, I really couldn't use that thing. But I don't tell them I appreciate it. But I'll go give it to somebody who I know can use it.
Yeah.
But they were able to pour into me the way that they wanted to.
And see, and I'm going to bring all this back. And then you see that this conversation we just had, did you see all the emotion that was in that? That's what I'm talking about. That's
I'm
what
a very emotional person.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And this got to my left here. Like I said, the relationship that he and I have built. It's like I call it my brother from another mother. I sincerely mean that. I look at Reggie like another brother.
Thank you, brother.
See, that's more to Reggie than piano playing.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more
I
to
knew
that.
that.
Yeah. And guess what? Like I said, say what you want.
It works for you.
They still call back.
Pretty
Call
sure
me
they
whatever
stop.
you want to call me.
Yeah.
They still call back.
Just say my name right. Spell it right when you say it.
Say what you want to. Spell my
Spell it
name right.
Don't lie on me
That's
and
all
spell
I'm
my
saying.
name right.
Hey, they
That's
called
it.
back from years ago.
Really?
Hey, I saw your podcast.
How do
Hey,
you
I saw
handle
your-
that? Spinning the block. That's what we call it.
And that's called spinning the block. I never heard that term.
I
Yeah,
talk about- I mean, what I do-
don't do spinning the block. No, you should appreciate what it was the first time.
Well, yeah.
No, spin the block, come
Yeah,
back. How-
but
you-
I know
you-
I accept it because I
you
know where
entertain the block
Yeah, because I
spinning.
know where it's coming from.
They
I
went
know.
out there and they couldn't find a you, so they come
They
back.
see what like I tell Sam a lot of times, ain't nothing out there.
It sure is not.
There is not.
Okay,
brother.
I'm going to ask you, Dabriah. He says that all the time. Do the women think that it is just slim pickings out here?
Yes. She ain't got
And guess what, Sam?
Is
Guess what,
that
Sam?
why they put up with
Guess
what
what,
they put
Sam?
up with?
Some do. That's desperation.
Sam, the average woman will be getting hit on more than the average man.
That's
Grocery
my
store,
point.
I
gas,
guarantee
that's
you,
what I'm saying.
everyone. I told a man the other day. He was like, he said some little smart comment. I said, listen, the last thing. No, that's why you single. I said, honey, the last thing a woman got to worry about is getting a man.
Right.
Even
This
if it's
cat's
just
coming
a
from
sex.
everywhere.
That's a woman's last problem.
Dude.
The issue is there's not a lot of quality. There's
Right.
quantity.
She gonna be plenty.
Galore.
Cat's gonna come around
Quantity
all day
galore.
long.
There's just not a lot of quality.
She sees, she hears it, she sees it. The gas station, Kroger, Walmart, Target.
Honey, the
She sees
crackhead
all
at
that.
the liquor store
The
will tell you
crackhead at the
fine.
liquor
He gonna shoot
store.
his shot too.
That one
He
little
shooting
sober
his shot.
moment he had when you walk by, because he sold me, see your booty. Ooh, hey, you fine.
Yeah.
He go back to being
Everybody
high. You
shooting
gonna
that
get
shot.
from somewhere.
We don't get that a lot of times. Because you're
I'm
men.
telling you.
But I'm just saying, the cats
Yeah.
are shooting their shots. And they're running into,
So the women
there's
that
not a lot
accept
of
and
quality,
everything,
bro.
that's desperation. That's people who haven't yet dealt with whatever on the inside. They feel
What if
like
they
they gotta
got?
accept
What if they got
anything.
food? And then he got into a relationship.
Well, I feel like the moment you get food, like when I got catfished.
Yeah.
It was, oh yeah, that's the cutoff there. That's
But here's
okay,
the
bye.
thing.
But see, a lot of people don't do that because they just want to be connected
Well,
to
they-
somebody so bad.
Well, they start making excuses for him. Yeah. And next thing you know, you
But that's a person that has not yet
Yeah.
found their own personal value. Because the way I see it, I'm too valuable for somebody to be sitting up lying to me.
That's
Because if
because
you
you know
don't
who you are.
value me enough to tell me the truth, because I can deal with anything if you tell me about it up front. It's the lies I can't handle. If you tell me this is my situation, like Reggie said with his piano playing, you got a choice. So you tell me up front, I have a choice. Don't take my choice from me. That's why I don't like lies, because you take my choice. If I say, okay, I can deal with that, I can ride it out with you. There's no reason to lie to me, because even if I can't ride with it, I'm not going to judge you. Don't mean you're a bad person. You're just not my person.
yeah.
So no need to lie. No need to misrepresent yourself or try to be something that you're not. come to me as you are. Who you are. This is why I can appreciate the type of energy that Reggie gives, and I wish more people gave that energy. Because you come in up front, hey, this is me, this is what I got. What you think about it? You with it or not? And then if you say no, I'm not, okay, fine. They can go to the next person. Or if you say, yeah, you know what, I like that. Okay, well let's get this thing rolling. You know, it's all across the board.
I guess I'm just old school.
Old school.
You don't have to be old school for that. That's basic. Just being honest. Honesty is just that's honesty is it transcends any time frame, any whatever. That's just being honest.
And you're doing what works for you, and it's working. You still look real quick. I'm looking at Formula One racing.
Yeah.
And the guy says, your team never wins. The man said, God, and who cares about winning? I'm in Formula One.
Sponsors.
I'm already winning.
Yeah, you won before you got to the track.
Before I even when I woke up, I was winning.
Like the players who sit on the
now,
bench.
if I reach the podium here and there,
NFL.
I'm good. But I'm in Formula One, and I'm sitting there, hey, I never looked at it like that.
Everybody else, they just watching.
Right, you just watching them go around the track.
I'm here.
But like my man said, I'm in Formula One.
I'm in the race.
I'm in the race.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dabriah Lyle, hey lady, how you doing? Dabriah was the first winner of the Wanda Lene Emerson Scholarship that we give away for the Hope for Xavier Foundation, and she's going on. Dabriah, we got something for you in the works. Hopefully we'll get it to you soon. But she was the very first scholarship recipient for the Wanda Lene Emerson Scholarship. Thank you for what, and she's going on to do some amazing things. I think she's great. Yeah, she's finished school and she's actually working in her field now. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Good deal.
But again, thank you for watching, Dabriah. You talk about an amazing human being. That young lady's going to do some special things. She's very special. She represented us very well. We appreciate that. Thanks a lot for watching, Dabriah.
Well, Sam, we ought to do a part 3, brother. That was good.
You think they're ready for a part 3?
Y'all want me
at some point, yeah, of course. This is easy.
Y'all ready for a part 3?
This is easy. Yeah.
Okay, but again, we didn't get many answers in the poll with the poll question, but yay or nay about the online dating site. Again, the poll question was sponsored by Madame Solano's Boutique, who is the owner and operator of Miss Apple Miller, who will be our guest next week. So we'll get into her because we're going to start doing a series. And Dabriah, we want you to be a part of it too, a series called Up Close and Personal. So I don't know if you're ready for that, but we're going to talk about the business, the business side of you and the business side of you and the personal side of you and how you manage to make those mesh. Because a lot of people are doing a great job of it, and some of them struggle with it, but some of them, appear to be doing well, but they'll tell you it's tougher than they think. And I think Miss Miller, she's coming on next week, and I had a couple of conversations with her. She does some I don't see how she finds time to do what she does, but she does, and she's got an interesting story. But we're going to start doing a series on people and if our listening audience, if you got somebody else that you wanted us to profile, somebody that you wanted to know more about, somebody that you've seen from afar that you admired something that they were doing, or you wonder how they do it, by all means, hit us up. It's a wrap. pod19@gmail.com, or you can inbox me or Reggie, or go to our fan page. It's a wrap. Pod19 on Facebook, or you can inbox me one way or the other. So it sounds like we're getting ready to wrap up this session. Again, Dabriah, thank you so much for listening. Shout outs to my guy, the Big Dirty, a.k.a. Xavier Duran Hutchins. See you soon, buddy.
Hey,
yeah, say hi to Xavier and Miss King. Miss T. Reggie, we got to get your mom on one day, even if it's via satellite. We got to get her on.
We can. She'll do that.
I would love to talk. I would love to have a conversation with Miss King. Miss King again. Shout out to you, Miss Louise Watson, who had knee replacement surgery, and I know that can be very painful. You're going through it. Just want you to know, mom/sister, I'm thinking about you. Love you. So, anybody else has any shout outs they wanted to give out?
No, sir. I'm good on